Well, what have we here? This is my field adapter and attenuator RF kit, and there is a lot going on in here. I'll bring this out to repeater sites when I need to do some work or when I need to grab and reach for something around the shop to interconnect it or whatever. So let's take a look at it. I have T connectors in 90s, and these will be SO239. There'll be some BNC in here, and there's some N connectors in here. I have a 25 watt dummy load and a couple of 90s that don't fit where they're supposed to. At the front, I have SMA connectors, and these are SMA inter-series connectors, so like this one, an SMA to N. If it's SMA, it's going to be in here. I've got mini UHF connectors here, which are great for the back of Motorola radios. I have more dummy loads than I can shake a stick at, and some of them are really teeny tiny, like this 1 watt dummy load. Some of them are bigger, like this 25 watt. They have a variety of connectors on them. Usually it's N, but sometimes like, oh, this one here that doesn't want to come out. Yeah, that looks strangely like an Ethernet terminator. It's probably good for 1/2 watt, but it's got BNC on it. Now up top here, I've got attenuators, and these are inline attenuators, and they vary in the number of decibels that they're good for, but I keep them all hung together just in case I need them. And I have a through-line attenuator as well, which is great for knocking down loads and checking radios out. What else have I got in here? Oh, I've got a shunt, which comes in handy from time to time. Oh, I have something that's in the wrong spot, a BNC to terminal post adapter. I'll move that a bit later on. And then coming down to the middle, I've got BNC to N series and BNC to UHF series. These are all intergendered. I have miscellaneous barrels. There'll be male to male, female to female in there, and they're UHF and N. And I've got N to UHF. Now, what have I got in the middle? I've got the universal adapter kit, and you've seen some videos from some other people here. I'm going to pull this out because I'll show that to you in just a minute. What else have I got in there? My dad's old pocket knife, another dummy load that doesn't fit anywhere else. I have a tap adapter for the Unidapt, and this adapter allows me to tap without connecting in, so it's good for RF sensing. I have an FME adapter because it doesn't fit anywhere else. If you don't know what FME is, go look them up. It's something that Larson makes good use of in their mobile products. And then down below, I have a 100 watt bird dummy load. I have some, that's an SO239 to NMO adapter. I have a couple of short cables in here. They're SMA to SO239, so it's good for connecting a handy talkie to a bigger antenna. I got a little bit of tape down below. I've got some waterproofing tape. I've got some colored tape down there. You can just see the yellow peeking through, and a variety of assorted cables in here, including my RG400 patch cables. And somewhere along the way, I've got my Unidapt cables. I've already pulled them out, so I'll show you those in just a minute or two. I also have, I have ties. These are from Gardner Bender, it looks like. Yeah, Gardner Bender, and these are cable wraps, or beetle wraps as they are known. I also have some colored zip ties, and these may not be super top quality ties, but they're good in a pinch when I don't have anything else. Down at the bottom is an Ethernet cable, because you never know when you're going to need one of those. And then my very favorite watt meter, my Telewave, which is good for 25 megahertz to 1 gig at up to 500 watts, it looks like. So there's a whole lot going in on there. The other piece I've got is my serial kit, and in here I have a variety of DB9, DB25 adapters, and I have a couple of these, which are my favorite Triplite Keyspan adapters, USB-B to DB9P. These USB serial adapters, I'll put a link in the description below. They're universal. They work on all operating systems, and that gets thrown in the bucket just before I close the lid. My RF Industries Unidapt kit is a really good, high-quality universal adapter kit. Now, you can buy inexpensive ones on Amazon or AliExpress, and for some purposes, those are okay. I really like these ones because they're silver-plated, as you can tell from the oxidation there. And here's a fun fact about silver oxide. It's still conductive, so you don't have to worry about it. Inside this particular kit, and this one I got when I bought a lot of other things, I have TNC connectors, I have PL259s, SO239s, I've got N male and female, I've got BNC male and female, I've got mini UHF, and I've got normal gendered SMA. That's to say they're not reverse polarity SMAs in there. Now the way these things work, just like the cables here, you see the kind of the same thread on them, is I grab one connector, I'm going to grab one at random, an SMA male, and let's suppose I wanted to turn that into a female N connector. Well, then I can grab this and put them together, and now I have an SMA male to female N connector, which is perfectly suitable for use in the field in the event that I don't have one of these available. These are not intended for long-term use, but only because of the cost. That Unidapt kit, if you take a look at them on the internet, they're up to a few $100s each because of the quality of them. Now, if you're going to buy a Unidapt kit, buy the cables, because the other thing you might discover yourself needing out in the field is, well, you need a male SMA to a female N, and you can, yes indeed, screw them on to each end and turn it into a cable that you can use out in the field. So how cool is that? Hey, listen, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. 73.